Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in hand to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent of a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know then you are not a witch?
If I were one, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I don't want them. Scorn it!
I have evidence for the court.
You are getting your state. I shall remove
this. Hands off, and you let me go!
Giles!
Out of my way, Willard. I bring evidence.
You can't go in there. It's a court.
Ring, be calm a moment. You, Mr. Hale, go in there, demand I speak.
A moment, sir, a moment.
Will you hang my wife? How do you dare to come roaring into that court? Are you deaf, Corey? You're not a judge yet, Hathorne. And you'll not call me deaf.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, the more contentious man.
I asked the question, and I'm old enough to answer. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres with timber in addition. It is my wife you be condemning now.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with this contemptuous route first? Be gone. Your age alone keeps you from going to jail.
They're telling lies about my wife,
Then you
sir.
carry it upon yourself to determine what the court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect.
Disrespect indeed. This is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of the province. Do you know that?
Excellency, I only said she was reading books, sir. And they come and take her out of my house.
Books.
She's my third wife, sir. I never had no wife that was so taken with books, you understand, sir? I thought to find the cause of it. But it were no witch I blamed her for. I have broke charity with the woman. I broke charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense. I think in all justice...
Then let him present his evidence with a proper affidavit. You know the procedures here, Mr. Hale. Marshal, clear this room.
We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Excellency.
His wife's Rebecca that were condemned this morning.
Indeed. Then I'm amazed to see you in such uproar. I've only had good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think you should both be held in contempt, sir.
Then let you write your plea, and in due time I will...
Well, Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds.
Mr. Nurse, do you know who I am?
I certainly do, sir. And I'm sure you must be a very wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that some 400 are in jails from Marblehead to Lynn upon my signature?
I do, sir.
And 73 are condemned to hang by that signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say this to such a weighty judge. But you are deceived.
Mary Warren, what are you about here?
She would speak with the deputy governor.
Marshal, did you not tell me that Mary Warren was sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I went to fetch her to the court last week, she said she were sick.
She's been striving with her soul all week, Your Honor. She comes now to tell you the truth.
Who is this man?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor's my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, sir. She
Mary
has-
Warren, what have you come here to tell us?
She never saw no spirits.
Never saw no spirits.
Never.
She assigned a deposition, Your Honor.
No, I accept no depositions. Mr. Proctor, have you given out this story in the village?
We have not.
They've come to overthrow the court, sir. This man is mischief.
Melanie. Mr. Proctor, do you know that it is the entire contention of the state in these cases that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
Yes, sir. I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending their spirits against you? I cannot hear you.
They were pretense, she says, sir.
Ah, and the others, Susanna Walcott and the others, they were also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Ah, well, before I determine whether I will hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this, Mr. Proctor. We burn a hot fire in here, and it will melt all concealment. Are you sure in your conscience that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. And you will surely see it.
Then you thought to come here and make this revelation in open court before the public?
I would, sir, with your permission, of course.
And what is your purpose in so doing?
I would free my wife, sir.
Are you sure you do not lurk in your heart some desire to undermine this court?
What? No, sir.
I'll tell you straight, sir. I have seen people choked by the spirits here. I have seen them stuck by pins. I've seen them slashed by daggers. And I have not until this moment had any reason to suspect that the children are deceiving me. Do you understand my point?
Sir, does it not strike you as strange that so many women have been accused? They have such upright reputations.
Mr. Proctor, do you read the gospel?
Yes, I read the gospel.
I think not. Or you should surely know that Cain were an upright man. And yet, he did kill Abel.
Yes, it does say that in the Bible, Mr. Parris. But who says Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending her spirit out onto them? It is the children only, and this one will swear that she lied.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she says she is now pregnant.
My wife pregnant, sir.
Does she show no sign of it? We've examined her body.
Well, sir, if she says it, then it must be true. That woman will not lie, sir.
She will not.
Never, sir, never.
Well, Mr. Proctor, what if I were to say that I would keep her another month? And if she begin to show her natural signs, I will keep her another year until she be delivered. What say you to that? Come, sir, you say your only purpose here is to save your wife. You will have her living another year, and a year is long. What say you? It is done. Now, sir, will you drop this charge?
No, sir, I think I cannot.
And your purpose here is somewhat larger.
He has come to overthrow this court.
No!
Please.
Sir, these are my friends. And their wives also.
I judge you not. Sit down. I'm ready to hear your evidence.
Now, Your Honor, I come not to harm the court at all. I only...
Marshal, go into the court and bid Judge Stoughton and Judge Sewell to declare a 1-hour recess. They may go to the tavern if they will. All witnesses and prisoners are to be kept in the building.
If you'll forgive me, sir. I've known him all my life. It is a good man.
I'm sure of it, Marshal. Now, Mr. Proctor, what depositions do you have for me? And I bid you be clear, as open as the sky, and honest.
Your Honor, I'm no lawyer, so you'll have to...
I will, pure of heart, require no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
Aye, sir, thank you. If you don't mind, sir, I'd like you to read this first. It's a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of Martha Corey, Rebecca Nurse, and my wife, sir.
Their good opinion.
These are covenanted people, sir. Land-holding farmers, members of the church. If you'll notice right here, sir, they say they've known the women for many, many years, and they never saw them having no dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Excellency.
These people should be summoned for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I gave all of them my word. No harm would come to them for signing this.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no
All
one
innocent
present...
and Christian people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. And I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
Well, it's not necessarily an attack, I think, yet
These are all covenanted Christians, sir.
then I'm sure they have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever have warrants drawn up for all of these. Arrest for examination. Do you have any other information for us? Mr. Nurse, you may sit down.
I have brought trouble upon these people. I brought trouble upon them.
No, old man, you have not brought trouble on these people if they be of good conscience. But you must understand, a person is either with this court or must be counted against it. There is no road between. We are in a sharp time, a precise time. No longer do we live in the gloomy afternoon when evil would mix itself with good and befuddle the world. Now, by the grace of God, the shining sun is up, and those that fear not the light will rejoice in it. I hope you'll be one of them. She is not partied, I see.
No, she is not. Mary. Mary. Remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy. Do that which is good, and no harm will come to you.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition, give him mine.
This is Giles Corey's deposition, sir.
What lawyer drew this, Corey?
You know I've never hired no lawyer in my life, Hathorne.
Well, it's very well phrased, and my compliments. Mr. Parris, would you see if Mr. Putnam is in the court, and if he is, bring him here? You say you have no legal training, Mr. Corey.
I'm the best. I had 33 times in court in my life, and always plaintiff too.
Oh, you must be much put upon.
I am never put upon. I know my rights, sir, and I will have them. You know your father heard a case of mine, might be 35 years ago, I think.
Indeed.
He never spoke to you of it?
No, I can't remember it.
That's strange. He gave me £5 damages. You were a fair judge, your father. You see, at that time I had this white mare, and this mare, he went. There he is.
Mr. Putnam, I have an accusation here from Mr. Corey. He states that you coldly prompted your daughter to cry out witchcraft against George Jacobs, that is now in jail.
It's a lie.
Mr. Putnam says your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A fart on Thomas Putnam, that's what I say to that.
But proof, sir. What proof do you present?
My proof is there. If Jacob hangs for a witch, he forfeit his property. That's law. And there's no man here but Putnam who has the coin to buy so great a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for their land.
But proof, sir. Proof.
The proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it. The day his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she'd given him a fair gift of land.
And the name of this man?
What name?
The man that had given you this information.
Why, I cannot give you his name.
Why not?
You know well why not. He'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Denver.
You will surely give us the name.
I will not give no name. I mentioned my wife's name once and I'll burn in hell long enough for that. I stand mute.
Then I have no choice but to hold you in contempt of this court. Do you understand that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Oh, this is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare court in full session right now, or will you give me a good reply?
I cannot give no name, sir. I cannot.
You are a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. Court is now in full session. Mr. Corey, I ask you...
Your Honor, he has the story of confidence, sir. He only means
The
to protect...
devil lives on such confidences. Without confidences, there could be no conspiracy, Your Honor.
I think it must be broken, sir.
Old man, if your informant tell the truth, let him come here in the open like a decent man. But if he must hide in anonymity, I must know why. Now, sir, the government and the Central Church demand of you the name of the person that reported Mr. Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale.
we cannot blink it more. There is a prodigious fear of the court in the country.
Then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there is a fear in the country nevertheless.
Now reproach me not with the fear in the country. There's fear in the country because there's a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is a part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. Mr. Corey, you are under arrest for contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you will sit in jail until you decide to answer all questions.
I'll cut your throat, I'll kill you yet!
Peace, Judge! We will prove ourselves now, we will.
Please, say nothing more, John. He's only playing it. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, mister. I will have no effrontery here.
Sir, please, forgive him his old age. He's a crazy old man. Judge, peace now. We will prove ourselves. We will. Mary, you must not weep. Remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy. Do that which is good. Hold on, Jet, now. There is your rock. Okay. Now, Your Honor, this is Mary Warren's deposition. Now, I ask that you, before you read it, sir, that you remember that not 2 weeks ago she were exactly like all the other children. She screamed, you saw her howl. She claimed that familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of women now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And when she refused...
We know all this.
Yes, sir. She now testifies that she never saw Satan, nor any spirits, vague or clear, that Satan sent out to hurt her. And she swears now that her friends are lying.
Excellency, a moment. I think this goes to the heart of the matter, sir.
It surely does.
I cannot say he is an honest man. I know him little. But in all justice, sir, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. In God's name, sir, stop here. Send him home. Let him come again with a lawyer, please.
Now look, you, Mr.
Excellency,
Hale.
I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord, sir, and I dare not take a life without there be proof so immaculate. No slightest qualm of conscience may doubt that.
Surely you do not doubt my justice.
Excellency, I have signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. I'll not conceal it. I'll tell you true, my hand shakes as yet with a wound. In God's name, sir, stop here, please. This argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, believe me, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I am 32 years at the bar, and I should be most confounded if I were asked to defend these people. I ask you to consider now, and all of you do likewise. In an ordinary case, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witnesses to prove his innocence. But witchcraft is ipso facto, on its face, by its nature, an invisible crime. Therefore, who can witness it? Only the witch and her victim, none other. Now, we cannot hope for the witch to accuse herself, granted. Therefore, we rely on the victims, and the victims testify. The children surely do testify. As for the witches, none would deny that we are most eager for their confessions. What more is there for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point, have I not?
But this child claims the girls are not truthful, and if they are not, we are
That is
women.
exactly what I'm about to consider. What more would you have to be unless you doubt my probity?
I certainly do not, sir. Let you consider it then.
And let you put your heart at rest. For deposition, Mr. Proctor.
I should like to push...
Would you be silent, Mr. Parris? Mr. Cheever, go into the court and bring the children here. Mary Warren, what brought this turnabout these past 2 weeks? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No.
Did he threaten you?
No, sir.
Can you tell me that you sat in my court, callously lying, knowing that people would hang by your evidence? Answer me!
I did, sir.
And how were you instructed in life? Do you not know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I'm with God now.
You're with God now.
Aye, sir.
Well, I will tell you straight. You are either lying now or you are lying in court. In either case, you have committed perjury, and you will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied. Do you understand that?
I cannot lie no more. I'm with God. I'm with God.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court, sir, nor the other children.
Well, these will be sufficient. Children, your friend Mary Warren has given us a deposition in which she states that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, or any manifest of the devil. She also states that none of you have seen any of these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. And the law, based on the Bible written by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as the punishment therefor. Likewise, children, the law and the Bible damn all liars and bearers of false witness. Now it does not escape me that this deposition may be brought here to blindness. It could be that the devil has captured Mary Warren and sends her here to distract us from our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. But if she speak true, I bid you now drop your guile and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easier for you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Now, children, a very auger bit will be twisted into your souls until your honesty can be proven. Will any of you change your position, or do you force me to hard question you?
Well, I have not to change, sir. She lies.
And would you continue with this?
Aye, sir.
A puppet were discovered in the house of Mr. Proctor, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren says you sat with her in court when she made that puppet. You saw her make it, and you witnessed her stick a needle into it for safekeeping. What do you say to that?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked in Mr. Proctor's house, did you ever see puppets in the house?
Goody Proctor always kept...
My wife never kept any puppets, and Mary Warren confesses that that one was hers.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever.
when I spoke with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no puppets. But she said she did keep puppets when she were a girl.
Your Honor, my wife has not been a girl for some 15 years now.
But a puppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren swears that she never saw no puppets in my house, nor anyone else for that matter.
Why could there not have been puppets hid when no one ever saw them?
There might also be golden candlesticks in my house, but no one ever saw them, did they, Parris?
We are here, Your Honor, precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Your Honor, what might it profit Mary Warren to turn about now? What might she gain, other than hard questioning or something worse?
You are accusing Abigail Williams of a marvelous cool plot to commit murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe Abigail Williams means to murder.
This child would murder
Oh,
your
it is
wife?
not a child, sir. Now hear me. It is twice in the sight of this congregation that she has been removed from this very meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's that?
Excellency,
Do you deny it, Mr. Parris?
I do believe it happened once. She is sometimes silly, but she is solemn now.
Aye, she's solemn now and goes to hang people.
Quiet, man.
Surely this has no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye. But it strike hard upon me that you would laugh during prayer. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell the deputy governor how you went out to the woods and danced.
Excellent.
What's
Since
that?
I come to Salem, this man is blackening
One
my
moment.
name.
What's this dancing?
Mr. Proctor?
Abigail, take the girls out into the woods where they have danced, naked.
Your Honor, this is...
Parris discovered them there in the dead of night. There's the child that she is.
Mr. Parris.
I can only say, sir, that I never found any of them naked.
But you discovered them dancing. Abigail.
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Parris told me that.
Do you deny it, Mr. Parris?
I do not, sir. But I never saw any of them naked.
But she have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, continue.
Mary Warren! Mary, you say you never saw no spirits, that you were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
No, sir.
Yet, when people accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
Pretense.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth, you
I saw that many times.
They were pretending, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then she can pretend to faint now.
No, sir.
Why not? Now there are no spirits attacking her, for no one in this room is accused of witchcraft. So, let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend to be attacked now. Let her faint. Faint.
Faint?
Aye, faint. Prove to us how you pretended in the court so many times.
I cannot faint now.
Can you not pretend it, Mary?
I have no sense of it.
Why? What is lacking here?
I cannot tell.
Might it be that we had no afflicting spirits here, and there were some in the court?
I never saw no
You
spirits.
see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint of your own will, as you claim. Then you will confess, will you not? Attacking spirits made you to faint!
No, sir!
Your Excellency, this is a trick to blind the court!
It's not a trick! I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them?
But I did not.
How can you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I did. I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and They were only sport in the beginning, but then the whole world cried spirits, spirits, and I can promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Surely Your Excellency is not taken by this simple lie!
Abigail Williams. I ask you to search your heart, child, and tell me this, and beware of it, child, because to God every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible upon those that take life without cause. Now, child, could it be that these spirits you saw were illusions only? Some deception that would cross your mind?
This is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
Mr. Danforth, I have been hurt. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day because I done my duty pointing at the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted, denied, questioned?
Child, I do not mistrust you.
Beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you be so mighty that the power of hell may not try to turn your wits? Beware of it! There is a
Child, what is it?
They're pretending, sir!
Touch her!
Mary, do you think they're still on me?
Hey, woman, you make sure we see you. You got to stay down.
Let me go!
How dare you call her insane?
What do you call her?
It is a whore!
No, here.
You called her?
Mark her, she'll suck a string to stab me with. But she...
You will prove this. This will not pass.
I have known her! I have known her, sir.
You are a lecher?
John, you cannot mean that.
No, Francis, it's true. Sir, she will deny it, but surely you will believe me. Surely you know that a man will not so easily cast away his good name.
In what time? In what time and what place?
Oh, in the proper place, where my beasts are bedded. 8 months, it is 8 months now, sir. She used to serve me in my house. Oh, man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything, and I know that now. And my wife, my dear good wife, she took her and she put her out on the high road soon after, sir. But her being what she is, just a lump of vanity! Forgive me, Excellency, forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. And well she might, because I thought of her softly. God help me, I lusted. And there's a promise in such sweat, I know that now, but it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see it. Put myself entirely in your hands, sir. I know you must see it now. My wife is innocent. Does she know a horror when she sees it?
And you deny every scrap and tittle of this?
If I must answer that, sir, I will leave and I will not come back
She
again.
does not deny it, Mr. Danforth. She does not deny it.
You will stay where you are. Sit you down. Mr. Parris, go into the court and bring good wife Proctor out. Mr. Parris, and say not one word of what's been spoken here. And let you knock before you come in. Now we shall touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman?
Aye, sir. My wife has never lied. There are those who cannot weep and those who cannot sing, but my wife cannot lie, sir.
And when she put this girl out, she put her out for a harlot?
Aye, sir.
And she knew her for a harlot?
Aye, sir. She knew her for a harlot, sir.
And if she say it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on you. Ho! Stand. Turn your back. Turn your back. And you do likewise. Let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. Let no one in this room speak a word or raise a gesture, aye or nay. Enter. Mr. Cheever, record this testimony in all its exactness. Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Come here, woman. You will look at my eyes only. Do not turn to your husband. My eyes.
Good sir.
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? You will look at me, not at your husband. The answer is in your memory. You need no help to tell it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She were...
Look at me, woman. Was she lazy? Was she slovenly? What disturbance did she raise?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and
My husband is a good and righteous man, sir. He is never drunk, as some are, nor wasted his time at the shuffleboard, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me. And this girl...
Look at me.
Sir, Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
And your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
Then he did not turn from you. Look at me. To your own knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer my question. Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her.
Tell the truth, Elizabeth.
She has spoken. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I have confessed it. Your Honor, she only meant to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you, stop this now before another is condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. Private vengeance is working through this testimony. From the beginning, this man has always struck me true. I believe him now. By my oath to heaven, I believe him now, and I pray you call back his wife before we destroy another.
She spoke nothing of lechery. This man...
I believe him! I cannot turn my face from it no more. This girl has always struck me false.
You will not!
What is it, child?
Be gone!
What's there? Child! Girls, why do you walk?
On the beam! Behind the rafter!
Where?
Why do you come, yellow bird?
What bird? I did not see any bird.
My face? My face!
Mr. Hale!
What?
Do you see a bird?
Wait, man.
God made my face, surely you cannot want to tear my face. Envy is a deadly sin, Mary.
Abby!
Mary, this is some black art to change your shape. No, I cannot stop it. Now this God's work that I do.
Abby, I'm here!
Mr. Danforth, they're pretending, sir!
Mary, please don't cut down.
Her claws! She's stuck in her
Lies!
Not hurting her!
Why did she see this?
You cannot believe it!
She sees nothing!
She sees nothing.
I'm here! I'm here! I'm here! I'm here!
Mary Warren, draw back your spirit from them.
Mr. Danforth! Mr. Danforth!
Have you made a compact with the devil, have you?
Never! 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 Never!
Why can they only repeat you?
You give me a whip and I'll stop it, sir!
They're sporting! They're sporting! Abby, stop it! Abby, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
A little while ago you were afflicted. Now it seems you afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power! I have no power!
They are going you, mister!
Why this turnabout these past 2 weeks? You have seen the devil, have you not?
Mary, remember, God damns all liars,
You have
Mary.
seen the devil. You have made compact with Lucifer, have you not?
Mary, God damns all liars!
I cannot hear you. What do you say? You will confess yourself or you will hang. Do you know who I am? I say you will hang if you do not open with me.
Mary, remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy. Do that which is good.
Look out, she's going to come down. No. Please. Oh, she's spreading. She's walking to me. She's coming down.
Touch me!
Mary, how?
You are the devil's man!
Praise God.
I will not hang with you! I love God! I love God!
He bid you do the devil's work.
He come at me every night and by day to sign! To sign!
To sign what?
The devil's book? He come with a book?
My name. He want my name. I'll murder you if my wife hangs, he says. We must go and overthrow the court, he says.
Mr. Hale!
He wake me every night. His eyes were like coals and his fingers claw my neck and I sigh.
Excellency, the chariot's gone down. Mary, down!
I love God! I go your way no more! I love God! I bless God! Abby,
What are you? You are combined with the Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power. You will not.
This is not witchcraft! These girls are frauds! Please, you condemn an honest man!
I will have nothing for you, Mr. Hale. Will you confess yourself to hell, or will you stick to that black allegiance still? What say you?
I say, God is dead.
Hear it! Hear it!
There's a fire burning. I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face. And it is my face. And it is your face, Mr. Danforth. For those who quail to bring men out of ignorance the way I have quailed, the way you all quail now, even though you all know in your black heart that this is fraud. God damns our kind especially, and we will burn. We will all burn together.
Take him and Corey with him to the jail.
You are bringing down heaven and raising up a horse.
I denounce these proceedings! I quit this court!
Mr. Hale.
Mr. Hale!
Tituba! Majesty! Oh, I'm here! I'm here, Majesty! Oh, Tituba! Tituba! His Majesty! He's come! He's come!
Go to the north cell. This place is wanted now.
That don't look to me like His Majesty. Look to me like a marshal.
Oh. Is that you, Marshal?
Come along now. How are you?
I thought sure you'd be the devil coming for us. Can I have some of that cider for me going away?
And where are you off to, Sarah?
We is going to Barbados. Soon the devil get here with the feathers and the wings.
Oh, a happy voyage to you.
A pair of bluebirds winging southern doings. Oh, it'd be a grand transformation.
And I best take that from you, or you'll never rise off the ground. Come along now. Out with you.
I speak to him for you if you desire to come along, Marshal.
I'd not refuse it, Tituba. It is the proper morning to fly into hell.
Oh, there be no hell in Barbados. devil, him be pleasure man in Barbados, him be singing and dancing in Barbados. You folks, you rouse him up round here. Be too cold for that old boy around here. He frees his soul in Massachusetts. But in Barbados, he just... Oh, yes sir, that's him, Sarah. That's him.
I'm here, Majesty, I'm here.
That ain't Satan. That's just a poor old cow with a hat full of milk. Come along now.
No, I'm going home. We're going home.
Yeah. You tell that Sarah Goody's gone too.
Take me home to the devil. Take me home.
Yeah.
Where's Mr. Parris?
Good morning, Your Majesty. I'll fetch him.
What time did Reverend Hale arrive?
It was toward midnight, I think.
And what's he about here?
He goes among men that will hang, sir, and prays with them. He sits with Goody Nurse now, and Mr. Parris with him.
That man had no authority to enter here. Why did you let him in, Marshal?
Why, Mr. Parris command me. I cannot deny him.
A chair. Are you drunk, Marshal?
No, sir. It is a bitter night, and I have no fire here.
Fetch Mr. Parris.
Aye, sir.
There's a prodigious stench in here.
I've only now removed the people for you, sir.
Beware hard drink.
Aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Excellency. I should not be surprised you have been preaching in Andover lately.
We'll come to that. Say nothing of Andover. Mr. Parris prays with him. That's straight.
I would not be surprised if something strange, mad about Mr. Parris lately.
Mad?
I met him coming out of his house yesterday and bid him good morning. And he wept and went on his way. I do not think it well the village sees him so unsteady.
Perhaps he had some sorrow.
I think it be the cows, sir.
The cows?
There be so many cows wandering the high roads. Now their masters are all in the jails, and much disagreement who they will belong to now. I know Mr. Parris be arguing with farmers all yesterday. There's great contention, sir, about the cows. Contention make him weep, sir. There were always a man that weep for contention.
Oh, good morning, sir. Thank you for coming. I beg your pardon waking you so early. Good morning, Judge Hathorne.
Mr. Hale has no right to enter here.
Excellency, a moment.
You leave him alone with the prisoners.
What's his business here?
Excellency, hear me. It is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
And he bids her confess?
Hear me. Rebecca, have not spoken to me this 3 months since she came. Now, she sits with him, and her sister, and Martha Corey, and 2 or 3 others, and he pleads with them, confess their crimes, and save their lives.
And they soften? They soften?
Not yet. Not yet. But I thought to summon you, sir, that we may think on whether it be not wise to... There is news, sir, that the court must reckon with. My niece, Abigail. She is vanished.
Vanished?
I had thought to advise you of it earlier in the week.
Why? How long is she gone?
This be the 3rd night. Mercy Lewis is gone too.
I'll send a party for them. Where might they be?
Excellency, I think they be aboard a ship. My daughter tells me now she heard them speaking of ships last week, and tonight I discover my lockbox is broken into.
They have robbed you.
31 pound is gone. I am penniless.
Mr. Parris, you are a brainless man.
Excellency, it profit nothing to blame me. I cannot think they would run off except that they fear to keep in Salem anymore since news of Andover has broken.
Andover has remedied. The court returns there on Friday and will resume their examinations.
I am sure of it, sir, but rumor here speaks rebellion in Andover.
There is no rebellion in Andover.
I tell you what is said, sir. Andover have thrown out the court, they say, and will have no part of witchcraft. There is a faction here feeding on that news, and I tell you true, sir, I fear there will be riot here.
Riot? What? With every execution I have seen nothing but high satisfaction in the town.
Judge Hathorne, it were another sort that hanged till now. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget, who lived 3 years with Bishop before she married him. John Proctor is not Isaac Ward, who drank his family to ruin. Let Rebecca stand upon the gibbet and send up some righteous prayer, and I fear she'll wake a vengeance on you.
Your Honor, she is condemned on wit. The court of...
How do you propose that?
Excellency, I would postpone these hangings.
There will be no postponement.
Now, Mr. Hale's return, there is hope, I think, for if he bring even one of these to God, that confession surely damns the others in the public eye, and none may doubt more that they are all linked to hell. This way, unconfessed and claiming innocence, doubts are multiplied. Many honest people will weep for them, and our good purpose is lost in their tears.
Mr. Cheever, give me the list.
It cannot be forgot, sir, that when I summoned the congregation for John Proctor's excommunication, there were hardly 30 people come to hear it. That speak of discontent, I think, and if we just...
There will be no postponement. Now, sir, which in your opinion might still be brought to God? I will strive with him till dawn.
There is not sufficient time till dawn.
I will do my utmost. Which do you have hope for?
Excellency! A dagger!
What do you say?
Last night, I opened my door to leave my house, and a dagger clattered to the ground. You cannot hang this sword. There's danger for me. I dare not take a step out at night.
Reverend Hale, please accept my congratulations. It gladdens us to see you return to your good work.
You must pardon them. They will not budge.
You're mistaken, Mr. Hale. I cannot pardon these. 12 have already been hanged for the same offense. It would not be just.
Rebecca will not confess.
Sun will rise in a few minutes, Excellency. I must have more time.
Now hear me, and beguile yourselves no more. I will not hear one plea for pardon or postponement. Those that will not confess will hang. 12 have already been executed. The names of these 7 have been given out, and the village expects them to die at dawn. Postponement at this point would be a floundering on my part. Reprieve or pardon must cast doubt on the guilt of those that have died till now. While I speak God's law, I will not break its voice with whimpering. But if it's retaliation that you fear, know this. I would hang 10,000 that dare to rise against the law, and an ocean of salt tears would not melt the resolution of the statutes. Now, pull yourselves up like men and help me, as you are bound by heaven to do. Mr. Hale, you've spoken to them all.
All but Proctor. He is in the dungeon.
What is Proctor's way now?
He sits like some great bird. You'd never know he lived, except he will take food from time to time.
His wife must be well on with child by now.
She is, sir.
Mr. Parris, what think you? You are closer to the man. Might her presence soften him?
It is possible, sir. He have not laid eyes on her these 3 months. I should summon him.
Is he yet adamant? Has he struck at you again?
You cannot, sir. He is chained to the wall now.
Fetch Goody Proctor to me, and then let you bring him up.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, if you postpone a week and publish to the town that you are striving for their confessions, that speak mercy on your part, not faltering.
Mr. Hale, as God has not empowered me like Joshua to stop this sun from rising, so I cannot withhold from them the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are mistaken.
Have you heard rebellion spoken in Salem?
Excellency, there are orphans wandering from house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow on the high roads. The stink of rotting crops hangs everywhere, and no man knows when the harlot's cry will end his life. And you wonder yet if rebellion spoke? Better you should marvel how they do not burn this province.
Mr. Hale, have you preached in Andover this week?
Thank God they have no need for me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned
Why,
here?
it is simple. I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christians they should belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Goody Proctor, I hope you are hearty.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Oh, pray be at your ease. We come not for your life, Mr. Hale, would you speak with the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I know it.
You know, do you not, that I have no connection with the court? I come of my own, Goody Proctor. I would save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I count myself his murderer. Do you understand me?
What do you want of me?
Goody Proctor, I have gone this 3 months, like our Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnations doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
It is no lie, you cannot.
It is a lie! They are innocent!
I'll have no more of this. No more!
Let you not mistake your duty as I mistook my own. I came into this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing gifts of high religion. The very crowns of holy law I brought, and what I touched with my bright confidence, it died. And where I turned the eye of my great, beautiful faith, blood flowed up. Beware, Goody Proctor. Cleave to no faith when faith brings blood. It is mistaken law that leads you to sacrifice. Life, woman. Life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, woman, prevail upon your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. Quail not before God's judgment in this. For it may well be God damns a liar less than he that throws his life away for pride. Please plead with him. I cannot think he will listen to another. Please.
I think that'd be the devil's argument.
Woman, before the laws of God, we are as swine. We cannot read his will.
I cannot dispute with you, sir. I like voting for it.
Goody Proctor, you were not summoned here for disputations. Have you no wifely tenderness? He dies at dawn. Your husband. Do you know that? What say? Will you contend with him? Are you stoned? I'll tell you truth. If I had no other proof of your unnatural life, your dry eyes now would be evidence that you have given up your soul to hell. A very ape would weep at this calamity. Has the devil left you not one tear of pity? Take her away. It profit nothing that you should speak with her.
Let me speak with him, Excellency.
You'll strike with him.
Will you plead for his confession, or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him.
Your Excellency, leave them, please.
Mr. Proctor, you have been notified, have you not? I see light in the sky, mister. Let you counsel with your wife, and may God help you turn your back on hell.
If you desire a cup of cider, Mr. Proctor, I'm sure that I could, God lead you now.
You've been chained.
A child.
It grows.
Have you heard from the boys?
They're well. Rebecca's Daniel keeps them.
So you've not seen them?
I have not.
You are a marvel, yes. They come from my life now.
I know it.
Have none yet confessed?
There be many confessed.
Who are they?
There be 100 or more, they say. Goody Ballard is one. I say a good kind is one. There be many.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She's 1 foot in heaven now, not my murder more.
And Giles?
You have not heard it.
I hear nothing, Erika.
Giles is dead.
When were you hanged?
You were not hanged. He would not answer aye or nay to his indictment, for if he denied the charge, then hang him surely and auction out his property. So he stand mute and died Christian under the law. So his sons will have the farm. It is the law, for he could not be condemned a wizard without he answer the indictment aye or nay.
And how? How does he die?
They press him, John.
Press?
Great stones they lay upon his chest until he plead aye or nay. They say he gave them but 2 words. More weight and die.
More weight.
It were a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I were thinking I would confess to them. What say you if I give them that?
I cannot judge you, John.
Well, what would you have me do, Elizabeth?
As you will. I would have it. I want you living, John, that's sure.
Giles' wife, she confessed.
She will not.
It's a pretense, Elizabeth.
What if?
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. I am not that man. It's fraud. My honesty is broke. I am no good man. Nothing is spoiled by me giving them this lie that was not rotten long before.
And yet you've not confessed until now. That speak goodness in you. I think you are good in spite of it all.
Spite has kept me silent. It's hard to give a lie to such dogs. Would I have your forgiveness, Elizabeth?
It's not for me to give, John.
Would I have you see some goodness in it? Let those who have never lied die now to save their souls. For me, it's a pretense of vanity that will not blind God nor keep my children from the wind. What say you to it?
John, it come to naught that I should forgive you. Will you forgive yourself? It's your soul, John. Only be sure of this, for I know it now. Whatever you do, it is a good man does it. I have read my heart this dream of John. I have sins of my own account. It needs a cold wife to call pleasure.
Enough.
Better you should know me.
Elizabeth, I know you.
You take my sins
No,
upon
I
you,
take
John.
my own sins,
John,
my own.
I counted myself so plain. So poorly made. No honest love could come to me. Suspicion kissed you when I did. I never knew how I should say my love. It were a cold house that I kept.
What say you, Proctor? The sun is soon up.
Do what you will. Will let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me. Forgive me, John. I never knew such goodness in the world.
I want my life.
You will confess yourself?
I will have my life.
Praise be to God, it is a providence. He will confess. John Proctor will confess!
Why do you cry? It's evil. It's evil, is it not?
I am not your judge, John. I cannot be.
You won't judge me. Who will judge me? Oh, God in heaven, what is John Proctor? Who is John Proctor? It is honest, isn't it? I think so. But I am no saint. Let Rebecca go like a saint. For me, it's fraud.
I am not your judge, John. I cannot be.
Would you give them this? Say it. Would you give them this lie? You would not, because it is evil. Good then. It's evil and I do it.
Praise God, man, praise God. You will be blessed in heaven for this. Now then, let's have it. Are you ready, Mr. Cheever?
Why must it be written?
Oh, for the good instruction of the village. This we shall post on the church door. Where's the marshal?
Willard!
Now,
Hurry!
speak slowly and directly to the point for Mr. Cheever's sake. Mr. Proctor, have you seen the devil in your life? Come, man. There's light at the sky. The village waits at the scaffold. I would give them this news. Did you see the devil?
I did.
Praise God.
And when he came to you, what were his demands? Did he bid you do his work upon the earth?
You did.
And did you bind yourself to his service? Ah, Rebecca Nurse. Come in, woman, come in.
Oh, John. You are well then?
Courage, man, courage. Let her learn by your good example that she might come to God herself. Now, goody nurse, hear it. Speak on, Mr. Proctor. Did you bind yourself to the devil's service?
Why, John.
I did.
Now you see, woman, it profit nothing for you to continue your conspiracy any further. Will you confess yourself with him?
Oh, John. God sent his mercy on you.
Will you confess yourself with him?
Why, it's a lie. It's a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot. I cannot.
Mr. Proctor, when the devil came to you, did you ever see Rebecca Nurse in his company? Courage, man. Did you ever see her with him?
No.
Did you ever see her sister, Mary Eastie, with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you see Martha Corey with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you see anyone with the devil?
No, I did not.
Mr. Proctor, I think you mistake me. I am not empowered to exchange your life for a lie. Surely you saw someone with the devil. A score of people have testified that they saw this woman with the devil.
And it is proved. Why must I say it?
Why must you say it? Why, you should rejoice to say it if it means that you have purged your soul of hell.
I would like to go like saints. I'd like not to blacken their names.
You think they go like saints? Look you, sir, I think you mistake your duty here. It matters not what she thought. She is convicted of the unnatural death of those children. And you for sending your spirit out against Mary Warren. Your soul is the only issue here. And you must prove its whiteness, or you cannot live in a Christian country. Now, sir, who were the persons that you conspired with?
I speak of my own sins. I cannot judge another of my tongue.
Excellency, it is enough. He confessed himself. Let him sign it. Let him sign it.
It is a great service, sir. It is a weighty name. It will strike the village. Then he confess. I beg you, let him sign it. The sun is up, Excellency.
Come then, sign your testimony.
Why
Come, sir, sign it.
Why must it be written you've witnessed it?
You refuse to sign it?
You've witnessed it was more as needed.
Do you sport with me? If you do not sign it, there is no confession.
Praise be to the Lord.
If you please.
No!
I must have your confession.
No, you've witnessed it today. It's done. You have no need of this.
Proctor, the village must have proof that
Oh,
you
damn the
confess.
village! I confess to God. God sees my name on this.
It is not enough.
Sir, you're come to save my soul, and you not here you've witnessed it.
You have not confessed.
I have confessed. God does not need my name nailed upon the church. God sees my name on this. God knows how black my sins are.
Mr. Proctor.
You, sir, you will not use me. I am no surrogate or Tituba. I am John Proctor. There's no word of salvation that you should use me.
I do not wish to use you.
I have 3 children. How I may teach them to walk on this earth. And I have sold my friends.
You have not sold your friends.
Oh, me not. I blackened their names, so this is nailed to the church the day they hate for silence.
I must have good and legal proof that you have confessed.
But you're the High Court, sir. Your word is good enough. You tell them I confessed it. Say Proctor broke to his knees and wept like a woman. Say what you will, but my name
It is the same, is it not?
No!
If I announce it,
it's not the same! What others say and what I sign to is not the same!
You intend to deny your confession once you are free?
Nothing.
Then explain to me why you will not give me your confession.
Because it is my name! Because I will never have another one in my life! Because I lie! And I sign the lies! Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of those who hang. How may I live without my name, sir? I have given you my soul, but leave me my name.
Is that document a lie? If it is a lie, I will not accept it. What say you, sir? I do not deal in lies. I will have your honest confession in my hand, or I cannot save you from the rope. Which way do you go?
Proctor!
You will hang. Please, you cannot. Please.
I can. And there's your magic done now, because you said it, I can. You shall no tear. Tears pleasure.
You show honor now. You show stony heart. And you sink away.
Let you fear nothing. There is another judgment waits us all.
Hang them high over the town. Whoever weeps for them weeps for corruption. Take them.
I have not had my breakfast.
Come, man.
Go to him, goody Proctor. There is yet time. Proctor! Proctor!
Woman, plead with him. His pride, in his vanity, be his helper. What profit him to bleed? Shall the dust praise him? Shall the words declare his truth? Go to him, please. Please. Take his shame away.
He hath his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.